Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to compare the shocking difference between real estate in 2007 and 2022. Welcome back everyone to my channel. This is a regular market update. And of course, we are going to look at some of the real estate data for the last 7 days. And then we are going to see we are going to compare the difference between 2007 and 2022 today. Okay, so let's just dive right into the first information that I'm going to share. So as you see here, this is the number of listing under contract. Now, I know there's a lot of confusing over here, but if you're looking at this line right here, right, this is representing 2022, and all other three lines is 2019, 2020, and 2021. But of course, in this video, we only focus on the 2022 and 2007, as you see here, the very bottom line. And as you see here, even though the number of contract, the number of under contract showing the demand of the buyers, right? Whether the buyers are still interested in buying a house in today's market or not. And obviously we see that it's still higher than the number of 2007. However, though, we can see that the trend it goes down, continue going down. So starting of 2023, we can predict if it is the same trend, right? We can see that the number of under contract going to be less than 2007, right? So again, all of those are just prediction, but again, I just want to point it out because we are comparing between 2007 and 2022, right? Number one, the demand is still higher than 2007, and number two is if it is same trend, we're gonna continue seeing that the number of under contract is dropping, and starting of 2023, it could be lower than 2007. So a lot of people say, would that cause the price goes down? Yes and no. Why is that? Because when we talk about the price, we not only just compare, we cannot just draw the conclusion of the price without looking at both demand and supply. We already see the demand, right? The demand going down. But what about the supply? So let's get a look at the next chart right here. The supply, this is also the active listing, the number of active listings on the market as of at the moment of time, right? And it's, again, the same thing, right? This line right here, 2019, 2020, 2021. The yellow one is 2022, right? The yellow one is 2022, and the very high one is here, 2007. So as you see here, we do see a healthy increase of supply starting from April to around July. And then from now, it's almost a flat line. It's still increasing, but it's not as crazily high as period of April to July. And the second point that I want to emphasize here is that when you compare to 2007, the number of supply is way much different. Right? In 2007, if right now it's around November, right, there are about 55,000 of active listing on the market without under contract backup and contingency backup, right? Right now there's only 20,000. Right now there's only 20,000. So while the demand is almost at the same level of 2007, the supply is no way near the same of 2007. Right? So we can see that the price, because the demand is still going down, right? Down trendward, right? We can see that the price is still going down, but it is not at the same level of 2007 because there's not much pressure from the supply. Not much pressure from the supply. As you see here, in 2007, there's 55,000 active listing every single week toward the end of 2007. Right now, there's only 20,000 to choose from. Plus that the demand is still higher than in 2007. So we cannot conclude that the price is gonna be reducing reducing dramatically similar to 2007, which dropped about 50% going to 2008, right? We cannot draw that conclusion because obviously, as you see, the demand and the supply is in a completely different situation. Okay, so that is what the difference between 2007 and 2022. The other difference, another difference that I want to point out as well is that in 2007, this is the number of foreclosure per month, right? The red is the notice of justice sale. This is like the court sending the notice, hey, you are very late for your payment. You need to make the payment right now. The justice sale is the actual sales by the court order that they're gonna take the lender gonna take the house from the homeowner. In 2007, there's the big increase into 2008, 2009, right? In terms of number of notice of justice sale and the justice sales. In 2022, the number, first of all, way below here compared to 2007, and there's no signal whatsoever that it could go up. There's no current situation that could push the amount of foreclosure going higher, similar to 2007 or 2008. Okay, now what does that mean to the buyers and the seller? Okay, so for the buyers and the seller, first of all, for the homeowners, do not worry too much about the market condition right now. Your home price may not be reduced 50-40% similar to 2008 because as of right now, there's no signal, there's no data to back that information. Right? For the buyers, this is actually the best time for you to buy the house for the last 2 or 3 years. If you are on the market for the last 2 or 3 years and you have been beaten up by other buyers, okay, then this is the time for you to shine because you don't have a lot of competition on the market nowadays anymore, right? And then you can also take advantage of price reduction as well. Now, talking about price reduction, we can see that the red bar here is the number of price changes per week. Okay, so if we're looking at April and May timeframe, there's pretty much less than 1,000, right, a week. But it has been increasing for the last couple months since May and July and August, right? Now, we do see a healthy trend of reduce in terms of price change, okay, which could indicate two things. Number one, the seller actually realized that the home value is not, they start just their asking price to a more reasonable, more affordable asking price to the buyers. Or number two, not a lot of people are willing to reduce the house anymore because they want the home, they want to keep the home value as high as before, right? So those are the two theories that I could think of because of this trend right here. Now, for the buyers though, this may be well, while it's still high, right? 3,000 compared to 1,000 is still very high. You may not have the same amount of price reduction anymore moving forward, because if it is keep going down, so eventually you cannot take advantage of the price reduction anymore. The seller may not offering you that much amount of price reduction anymore going forward. Okay, so for the buyers, this is actually the time for you to shine if you have been beaten up by other buyers on the market in 1 or 2 years ago, right? Because if you're waiting for the interest rate, some of the buyers worry about the interest rate is too high and the home price is too high. Now, there's two solutions for that. Number one, for the home price, we're actually going to be more strategically in terms of more thinking. We have to look at the data and then making a right asking price, making the right offer price to the homeowners. And nowadays, they are more open to listen to the asking price. So that's a part of the agent to look at the situation and determine what is the most best offer price for you. Okay, and then because of this market right here, the seller is more willing to listen to you. And number two, Right. Number two, even if you have a high interest rate right now, there's a lot of other programs for you to reduce the interest rate. Also, keep in mind that the interest rate is not forever, right? I know that you signed a loan for 30 years or 15 years, but you can eventually change that when there is a better interest rate. You can do refinance. You can also use the 2x1 now program, right? Those are the programs that help you reduce the interest rate and help you in terms of the monthly payment as well. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. And I am looking forward to see you in next week. Bye-bye.